Welcome to That Heartbreak Hogs podcast. If you are new here, please consider hitting that thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. Please comment down below your thoughts on our takes. And with that being said, we are going to head into the video that you came here for. All right, Sid, let's talk about those basketball hogs. Man, it is nice to finally get a win. It is nice to finally get a win. Wasn't looking like it. It was looking like it was going to be another loss, and man, we'll get more into it in a little bit, but like it's not the best win, but in this situation, a win is a win, and at least we have some momentum. Kind of, it can show that this team has what it takes in the last couple minutes to put it together, at least if you want to put like a positive touch to the
Yeah,
game.
no, that's completely fair. Not ideal start to the season, as
Yeah.
as we might like we would have hoped for. We've talked about it last week, where we wanted essentially to get off on a hot start, right? Build momentum, get the team starting to work together after the losses we've had, especially against Baylor.
Right.
For that
And
Illinois
Illinois.
game,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, for that Illinois game, especially, I know we had talked about before the game. Let's get off on a hot start. Let's do well for this game. And that didn't happen for Illinois, right? That game, unfortunately, was just, I mean, a blowout, and it was a learning opportunity, which you had talked about. It it's okay to get those early bad moments out of the way
Right.
early, and I think I mean, yes, there is a positive end to that. Like, let's take what we can from that game and move on. And
Yeah.
I think that possibly maybe that's what helped against the Miami game and kind of help it close us out, and kind of not let go of the pedal and finish the game strong. And I hope it's not as close for, I mean, the upcoming games that we've got coming up. But I know in situations as these, it's still important to have confidence in those close margin wins. So um, happy for the win for sure, and let's see with the rest of the season if we continue on this momentum or not.
Yeah, man. I'm glad that we came out with the win because if we would have lost that game, I mean, I think the fan base would have just lost it. Taking L's in football, and then basketball was supposed to be the bright light, and we just haven't seen it yet. But I think that learning how to win here, even though it's against an opponent you should beat anyway, at least you won and you closed it out whenever it really mattered. And let's see where that takes us moving forward. Let's see if they take care of business against UTSA. Some people are saying that this could be a trap game because it's right before a big game against who is it? Michigan, against Michigan coming up in Madison Square Gardens, um, and you cannot overlook that game because if you're
Hmm.
going into that game dropping UTSA, oh man, I mean it's just going to be a mess. So we got to make sure that this translates to UTSA and then to Michigan as well. That's what I'm excited to see is just can we continue this momentum and that close win was the spark that this team needed to get it together.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think we will do just fine against UTSA. Nothing against them. I just want us to these bigger schools that have had that history in the past of being good.
Hmm.
Um, I think they have more of a chip on their shoulder for against Arkansas, especially with Calipari. They're like, "Oh, these guys got Calipari." Like they're talking all that. Um, we got to show them that we can beat them, and I think they have
Right.
a little chip on every team that Miami, Illinois,
They
Baylor.
do.
they're all coming for us, and
Yep.
we have to be ready for all of these teams, especially those teams,
Yep.
like a Michigan team, like Illinois. So
Mhm.
we'll see if we can learn from those because we should be expecting it, but let's
Right.
see if we can use that to our advantage almost.
Yeah, and what's tough about this season is for the first time when we lose, it's not just our fan base that's upset and, blowing out negative smoke, if you will, but it's the whole nation going like, Cal's cooked, Cal's washed. We all should have known this. Da 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 da.
Mhm.
Everybody seems to pay attention to this team, and that's what makes it really tough. Is if we lose, a game that we were predicted to win. In the past, it was kind of like maybe the main stage, main media, the mainstream, if you will, they didn't really take notice as much. But now it's like you can't screw up, you can't lose without everybody seeing it, everybody talking about it, and that's what's kind of been tough these first, this first month of games is we've lost a couple games that we've been favored in or expected to be closer. Like Illinois was not supposed to be a two score or not two score, but a double digit game. It was supposed to be close. They were not supposed to get all those 3-pointers up. So, there's just a lot of criticism and critique coming from the whole national stage. And I'm just interested, again, just to see how do we respond to this and how does the national stage respond to this? Do we make our way back into the rankings? If we take care of business this weekend going into the Michigan game.
Yeah, I would say this is like this coming up into the Michigan game, and is a big one. I think before January, because first week of January we start into SEC play.
Yep.
We start in Tennessee, and that's right
Yep.
around the corner, right?
And you got to be
So
ready for that because the SEC
exactly,
ain't going to be easy. The,
yeah,
the SEC went 9-2, I think, against the ACC. I think that
yeah,
was what it was. I don't know if it was 9-2, but it was. We only lost 2 games.
hmm,
Kentucky and Auburn.
yeah,
Did you hear that?
yeah,
Kentucky.
yeah,
And it was funny because right before our game, all this smoke was coming out about Cal has lost the team, the coaching staff has lost the team, this and the other, and then we go into this ACC matchup and Kentucky loses and Arkansas wins. Oh, it was great, and I I hope I wish that Auburn had finished. I wish that Auburn had won because I wanted Kentucky to be the only one that had lost because that just
mhm,
would have been quite a coincidence that all of that had happened right whenever, you know,
yeah.
all those rumors came out. But anyway, it was nice that we were on the winning end of the stick on this one.
For
Um,
this week,
right for
right?
this week,
Yeah,
and there all those Kentucky fans are flooding in going like, "Oh, you guys, at least you guys got to play in Miami. We played a tough Clemson team.
yeah.
Apparently Clemson's a really good basketball team. I don't know. Their record
I
really didn't
didn't
look
hear
like it. The
that.
ranking
Yeah, I
didn't
don't know
show
about that.
that. So I don't really know what this great Clemson team is
Yeah.
about, but um anyway, excited for this weekend, excited for the games coming up, and anything else that you want to add? Anything that you're kind of looking for?
No, I mean, just like I said, 4 games before SEC play, and that first SEC game is Tennessee,
Yep.
and Tennessee right now, as of now, is ranked 3rd. Like, we need to get I know I said this last week, but we need to get the momentum
Yep.
on our side. We need to learn from these
100%.
mistakes and get better at free throw shooting, get better at 3-point, get better at passing around the ball. This is when we kind of this is our chance to gel as a team for these next 4 games.
Yep.
Um, and then January comes in, and then we're off to a rock fast start. So,
Yeah.
um,
And
let's see what we can do.
and something I just thought of too is Nelly Davis finally started getting going. I want to see that continue. I want to see more Adu, Jonas
Mhm.
Adu coming in. Thero is a boss like always. You know, he had a
Yeah.
great second half as well, making all these athletic plays. Brazil, I'm still interested to see him coming along, progressing as a big man, and Big Z, man. I really hope that he can continue his 3-point shooting through conference
Yeah.
play. I'm really interested to see through conference play if that continues because he is the best 3-point shooter on the team, which is cool, but also a little concerning at the same time. So at the very least, I hope he just keeps it up, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, still behind Boogie too. That kid
Yeah,
is a star.
he is. He is. He's
And
a one and done for sure.
yeah, he's for sure gonna have to come up big and kind of, I mean, yeah, very young and um,
Yeah, he just turned 18.
yeah, so gonna have to learn quickly and kind of learn from the setbacks and kind of see how he does, and we'll see how he does um, from those setbacks and from his wins. We're
Yeah.
very excited for him and see how he does this season.
All right. Well, I think with that, I think we're going to head out and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. Again, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and commenting down below. We'll see you guys in the next video.